Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, baby, you now tuning in to the Smelling Salt Podcast, brought to you by Punch Drunk Boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people's talking about this fight that's supposed to come through fruition this September 2025 between Terence Crawford, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, versus the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, the 4-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cashnello, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the F out of here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, if y'all follow the YouTube channel, Punch Drunk Boxing, I'm faithfully, religiously saying that this fight is a mismatch. A total mismatch. Trash. Basura. Throw it in the compactor. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's financed by probably the most powerful man in the sport of boxing right now, and that's the Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh. He's the new bank, the new ATM. And he got this fantasy that he believed that Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, which I disagree. The biggest fight in the sport of boxing, especially in this side of the pond, is Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez, La Bandera Roja, the Mexican monster. That's the fight that we all want to see. That's the fight that we've been asking for, but that's the fight that we ain't getting. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what makes me laugh is the assessment of how people think that Terence Crawford is going to compete with Canelo Alvarez. That how Terence Crawford has the intangibles and the natural ability to beat Canelo Alvarez. And people are creating these narratives that's actually making me laugh. They making Terence Crawford look like he's the Avenger. Like he's Iron Man, Hulk, Thorn, all put together. Hey, yo, people are coming with these excuses that's just making me laugh. You know, hey, yo, Terence Crawford is weighing at 186. You saw what Terence Crawford posted the other day? That he's weighing 186. I told you, I'm saying, he's big. He's big. What about, hey, yo, you seen Terence Crawford? He could deadlift 455 pounds. Yo, I'm telling you, Terence Crawford, he could lift. He could deadlift. You know what I'm saying? He gonna lift Canelo Alvarez's dead body like that when he knock him out. You seen Terence Crawford muscles? Hey, yo, put it this way. What about this way? What about this from folks? Yo, Terence Crawford got a wrestling background. What the hell wrestling got to do with boxing? What wrestler we seen and say, hey, yo, you don't wrestle? That means you could be somebody in the sport of boxing. When the hell that has come into play, ladies and gentlemen? When the hell wrestling has come into play that, oh, my God, you wrestle? Yeah, Kurt Angle, I think you could box. I think you'd be a pretty good boxer. Man, please, man. What about, hey, yo, but Terence Crawford is taller. He's taller than Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, we heard that same type of assessment. Hey, yo, Canelo Alvarez is always shorter than all his opponents. What the hell? That's the difference. Hey, yo, Canelo Alvarez is shorter than Bivol, shorter than Kovalev, shorter than Triple G, shorter than Lara, shorter than Plant, shorter than Billy Joe Saunders, shorter than Smith, shorter than Charlo. He's shorter than everybody, man. He probably shorter than Amir Khan too. He's shorter. He's probably shorter than damn Floyd Mayweather too. Who cares if he's shorter? He always been short. Oh, yo, Terence Crawford got a long reach. Yeah. Like the other fighters never had a longer reach than Canelo Alvarez, man. He still whoop him. Oh, but you gotta understand that Terence Crawford's skills, you know what I'm saying, is special. That Terence Crawford's skills is special. Well, you let me know who he beat that was special. Huh? Because, ladies and gentlemen, as much that we could praise, and yo, we ain't gonna take it away. We're not gonna take away the accomplishments of Terence Crawford. But, ladies and gentlemen, his biggest wins is Errol the True Spence, all right, and Gamboa. Gamboa that was moving up in weight to fight Terence Crawford. Let's call it for what it is. I know there's people out here, and y'all may be listening, and y'all may be casuals. You know what I'm saying? That y'all don't really follow the sport of boxing. Y'all really don't follow Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez hold the treachery of their career. That's a word. Treachery. English is my second language, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Y'all ain't following their whole career like that. People like to compare like Terence Crawford to actual like the legends that really dare to be great, right? Like Roberto Duran did it. Yo, but Roberto Duran moved up from lightweight and he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Roberto Duran fought like 7 fights after his lightweight run. He fought 7 fights at welterweight before fighting Sugar Ray Leonard. That's the part that a lot of people don't talk about. That's the part that a lot of people don't talk about. Oh, no, Roberto Duran moved up from lightweight to challenge Sugar Ray Leonard. Man, he had 7 fights, bruh. It was like, what, like 2 to 3 years in between, bruh. I think he went up in weight like in 1978, 1979. That's y'all talking about. And then he quit after the first fight, after he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Hearns moved up. Hearns got knocked out by Hagler. Huh? Alfredo Gomez moved up to fight Salvador Sanchez. Yeah, he lost too. We got to keep it real. Yes, Bud Crawford got great accomplishments. 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. Morally, it should have been the first guy that should be recognized as the 4-belt era 2-division undisputed was Teofimo Lopez when he beat Vasily Lomachenko at 135, then beat Josh Taylor at 140. But at the end of the day, y'all want to play semantics. Morally, yes, T.O., but written is Terence Crawford, the first 2-division undisputed world champion in the 4-belt era. And I think a lot of people still living in the clouds. I understand a lot of people living in the clouds with the performance that he had with Earl the True Spence, that undisputed title fight that everybody wanted to see. That was the number one fight in the sport of boxing. It was Terence Crawford versus Earl the True Spence, 2 guys in their primes. But it's not about bringing no excuses. But I think that people that follow the sport of boxing understand that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if that fight would have taken place before Terence Crawford pulled out of the negotiations to go to BFK Prime and fight Dave Avanesian, then Earl the True Spence never would have gotten his second car accident and never would have been in a 17 months layoff, something like that. Yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. He beat him from pillar to post, and I always knew that Terence Crawford was gonna beat Earl the True Spence. And to be honest, if y'all been following the channel, Punch Drunk Boxing, I always said that that if everybody is healthy and everybody in their A game and stuff like that, that it was always going to be in the welterweight division. The premier fight was always going to be Keith Funtime Thurman versus Bud Crawford. And even Bud Crawford's team have stated several times in the past, from Bo Mack, his trainer, from Bernie the Boxer, his boy, and it helps him train and stuff like that. His team always felt that Keith Thurman was going to be the guy because he's the one that brings some unpredictable intangibles, throw punches from awkward precision, mix the punches, got power in both hands, got great footwork. And, for Earl the True Spence, he was kind of predictable, straight up and down. A couple of special effects, doesn't get out of line, so it's easy to figure out Earl the True Spence. But he did beat him. He turned the big fish into tuna fish on your aisle 9 on your local supermarket. Yes, he did beat him. But then the whole boxing world got in the clouds. Oh my God, he beat Earl the True Spence. You know what? I think he'd go 3 division up and beat Canelo Alvarez. And let's be real. Even though that I believe that it's a shitty fight, I'm a humble my thoughts just a little bit, right? Because if you look at the interviews in the past, when people were trying to ask Terence Crawford, what about the potential fight with you and Canelo Alvarez? Do you see yourself fighting Canelo Alvarez? And Terence Crawford always shut that down. He always gave the answers like, yo, I'm at 147, he's at 168. 175, like, nah, that fight is never going to happen. In several interviews, you could go check it out, and I did several videos and lives about it. I got the receipts over there. You know what I'm saying? Several interviews, he always stated, like, nah, man, like, I don't see that fight from happening. I'm small, he's big. Why y'all keep on asking me this fantasy fight? And then people was asking Canelo Alvarez in reference to fighting Terence Crawford. And Canelo Alvarez will be like, I'm not going to get credit for that, because I didn't get no credit for Jamel Charlo, who is bigger than him and he's undisputed. I didn't get credit for that. So I'm going to get credit for somebody smaller. I'm not gonna say that the sole reason for this fight was Terence Crawford nor Canelo Alvarez. I think they taken advantage, right? They're taking advantage of the fantasy of those that was asking the question, and then those who had the opportunity to ask those questions to Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Light up a light bulb for Turkey Al Sheikh, and then he started questioning. Oh my God, what am I good? I would like to have that fight. Terence Crawford, a 4-division world champion, versus Canelo Alvarez. I would like it. I'd have the money to put that fight, and I'd have them running. I would tell Crawford, I would tell Canelo Alvarez to get it on because I'm rich, and money could get it whatever it wants. And then Turkey Al Sheikh, the guy with the money in the sport of boxing, the new bag, the Banco Popular, say, you know what? I don't want to put that fight. It got to the point where the more question that Terence Crawford was asked about Canelo Alvarez and vice versa, and the question that was asked Canelo Alvarez about Terence Crawford is right now they just taking advantage of people's fantasy now. Like and behind the scenes, I know they must be like, really? Like, I never thought about fighting Canelo, and the Canelo was like, I never thought about fighting you. I can't imagine a conversation with Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, right? Without Turkey Al Sheikh and everybody else. I said, look, yo, my man, for real, I respect you. I never wanted to fight you. I never thought I was gonna fight you, but damn, like people want to see this fight, and then I don't want to. I don't understand. People are going crazy. They want me to fight David Benavides, and then they want me to fight you, and then I remember they say that I'm cherry picking Dimitri Bivol. I don't know what happened to the boxing fan. Look, if we have to fight, they're gonna give us $100 million. How much are you gonna give you? 70, 80? Okay, Papi, let's do it. All right, okay. Is this what you want? All right, we go. We're gonna retire. Fuck everybody. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for the people that don't know the sport of boxing, if you guys just a casual, this is a dumb fight. This is a fantasy fight. This is a video game fight. You know what I'm saying? And look, I feel that Canelo Alvarez is gonna if Bud Crawford, who is saving himself, he's not gonna get a tune-up to fight Canelo Alvarez because he's trying to, secure the bag. And that's when I know that Terence Crawford is not really trying to beat Canelo Alvarez. He's not trying to win the fight. He's not trying to dare to be great because he ain't doing his due diligence to prepare for Canelo Alvarez. We saw how Terence Crawford performed when he moved up to the 154-pound division and faced Madrimov, who was 10-0, never did anything in the pros, really. And arguably, Madrimov won the fight, at least by one round. Or arguably, it was a draw. Or Terence Crawford did win by one round, but it was a very, very close fight in which any man could have won. And Terence Crawford, who is regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can flip it around. He looked like an ordinary fighter. And even Terence Crawford felt in the past interviews that said that the most that he will ever go up to was 154-pound division, let alone 160, 168. And he's not going to the 168-pound division and face like the ranked number 15. He's not going out there to face Sullivan. He's not going out there to face even Jaime Munguia. He's going out there to face Canelo Alvarez, damn it. Canelo Alvarez. So if he looked ordinary and didn't look powerful like he was looking at 147 and 140, how do you think that he's going to go not only to 160, to 168 and give Canelo Alvarez a run for his money? See, let me tell you like this. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh. He's doing incredible things in the sport of boxing as well, putting some great shows, great lineups, great undercards, great main events. Yes, he put on the heavyweight undisputed that we haven't had it for a quarter of a century, right? Almost a quarter of a century. He's putting a Beterbiev versus Bivol. Now we're getting the rematch. We got the rematch with Tyson Fury and Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Yes, good event, great fights. But also he has the little fantasy fights. Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. which it didn't help Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua following up those fights, right? And fighting real boxers. But Terence Crawford is not going to be fighting a tune-up, and he should be fighting a tune-up. And him not fighting a tune-up lets me know that he's not ready to win. He's not ready to really compete with Canelo Alvarez. Oh yeah, I believe that Terence Crawford got skills to win several rounds, just like Hearn was skillful to challenge Hagler until the third round, and then he got knocked out. Yeah, like Kell Brook challenged Triple G, but then he got his orbital bone broken. Yeah, I could see a couple of rounds, but in the 12-round bout in 168, the King, younger than Canelo Alvarez, more experienced than Canelo Alvarez. I'm sorry, Canelo Alvarez Canelo Alvarez is younger than Bud Crawford, more experienced than Bud Crawford, more seasoned than Bud Crawford. As a matter of fact, Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting William Skull in May 3rd. In May 3rd, so he's going to be more seasoned, younger, in his prime, comfortability. If Terence Crawford really wanted to win that fight, he would prepare. He would go at least at the 160-pound division or get a tune-up at 168. So his body is not about just making weight, but how you're gonna rehydrate and how your opponent is gonna rehydrate. Now, I did a video also yesterday, and I'd be like, you know what, man? There's another viewpoint that I see about this fight. I could also see probably a robbery. Yeah. Damn it, I said a robbery. All right. You can call me a hater all you want. Yeah, I said a robbery. Let's not act like in the sport of boxing that boxing is not one of the most corrupted sports ever of all sports. All right? Sometimes we be like, he's going to win, he going to lose, or he going to get robbed. Let's not act like I'm saying something out of the blue. Like something that don't be naive. This is why this podcast is called the Smelling Salt Podcast, because I'm here to wake you up. Let's be real, let's be honest. It's just like if one fighter is fighting another fighter from the other promotional company and it's their show and he's going to their country. We feel like, oh, yo, this fighter's not going to get the benefit of the doubt. For example, a lot of people felt before Devin Haney fought George Kambosos and he's going out there to Australia. Oh, Devin Haney's not gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Even his supporters was telling Bill Haney, nah, don't let Devin Haney go out there. He gonna get robbed. I just see that Turkey Out Shake really, really loves Bud Crawford. And he's letting everybody know that I'm trying to make this fight by any means necessary. Shout out to Malcolm X. By any means necessary, I want Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, damn it. Y'all seen that Canelo Alvarez was going to fight Jake Paul, right? He was going to fight Jake Paul. And even Turkey Out Shake said in the interview with ESPN, Mike Coppinger said that he couldn't match the Netflix deal that Netflix Most Valuable Promotions Jake Paul had for Canelo Alvarez. Then Turkey Out Shake, the guy with the bag, the guy with the money, Baco Popular, saying that he couldn't match Netflix. So man, just thinking about that deal, probably was $100 million deal for Jake Paul. And to be honest, it actually would have helped the Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. And I said this before. You think that Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather became the most lucrative fight just because what they did in the ring? Prior to that, no. Let's not forget that Floyd Mayweather did Dancing with the Stars. Floyd Mayweather did WrestleMania. Floyd Mayweather got $20 million to face the Big Show in WrestleMania. Do you know how many fans he captured? You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with the sport of boxing. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. You know how he was a hustler outside of the ring in terms of the entertainment business. But that's one of the reasons that I feel like it could be a robbery. The affiliations, the affiliation that Turkey Out Shake has with Terence Crawford is his favorite fighter. He's doing anything possible. As a matter of fact, he's the one that's actually sabotaged the Jake Paul versus Canelo Alvarez, and he wanted Canelo Alvarez to fight William Skull, who holds the IBF. But let's just take it back. How the hell did William Skull get the IBF title anyway? You know why? Because Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight Williams. They didn't want to fight William Skull. So Canelo Alvarez also was okay for him to get stripped of his IBF because nobody knew who William Skull. Canelo Alvarez didn't know who William Skull. We didn't give a damn who was William Skull. And you know what? We was okay for Canelo Alvarez to drop his belt or get stripped and fight Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga. I mean, we ain't even, not even David Benavidez. We was okay because we didn't give a damn about William Skull. We seen his damn resume. It was pitiful. It was trash, just like this mismatch. Right? And then Turkey out shake. Fast forward. Canelo Alvarez is going to fight at Netflix. Big show. The biggest show. Cinco de Mayo. If Canelo Alvarez fight Jake Paul and people don't like Jake Paul and people feel like Jake Paul is a clown and stuff like that, in which I don't think he's a clown. I think he's doing a great thing in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Whether y'all like it, one or two admit it, he's doing great things with Most Valuable Promotions, signing young fighters, doing a great job with Amanda Serrano, the queen of boxing, the GOAT of boxing, Amanda Serrano, the 7th Division World Champion, featherweight undisputed, and the Katie Taylor. Can't wait to see the trilogy. Doing a wonderful job for women boxing. Shout out to Shadeja Green as well. Turkey out shake sabotaged that. But he didn't even have a plan with Canelo Alvarez for Cinco de Mayo. Because in the interview with ESPN, Turkey out shake says that they had a 3-fight deal and the deal was going to begin with the first fight versus Terence Crawford in September. So why are you trying to stick your nose in with the Netflix deal that they had with Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul for May? He was a hater. And this is what it is, that he's lining everything up for Bud Crawford. We see that Turkey out shake is talking about VADA. Who's affiliated with VADA? Victor Conte, the Pablo Escobar of PEDs, known to be the biggest cheater in sports history, supplying athletes with the undetected PEDs, undetected supplements. The founder of Balco, the founder of Snack. A lot of people feel like he's not trusted. Anybody that's affiliated with Victor Conte, people don't just give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, well, they do give him the benefit of the doubt, but they do have some percentage of suspicious about them. I believe that Terence Crawford gets the benefit of the doubt. Caleb Plant has gotten the benefit of the doubt. I think with Devin Haney, it's been a 50-50. If you notice, there's been a lot of stories and stuff like that. They've been pushing VADA. But now Turkey out shake is pushing VADA. If I'm not gonna be dumb. Again, this is the Smelling Salt Podcast. We're here to wake you up. You don't gotta agree with me. I understand. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll be stupid not to have suspicions, and I'll be stupid not to have a robbery in the back of my mind in any fight. Half of the fights we always be like, "Hey, yo, this person gonna get robbed." Half of the events, sometimes we see the scorecards be like, "Oh, yo, man, you seen the scorecard, man? What a robbery!" So they got two suspicions. The affiliation that Turkey out shake has with Bud Crawford and the way that he's trying to. Turkey out shake was actually shaming Canelo Alvarez with David Benavidez and Terence Crawford. Not even 12 months ago, right? Leading up to the Edgar Berlanga fight, Turkey out shake was tweeting about Canelo Alvarez disrespecting him. He ain't saying it about no damn William Skull. Oh, but now he wants William Skull. You know why? Because he wants Canelo Alvarez to get his belt back. He wants Canelo Alvarez to get that belt back, so then it could be an undisputed opportunity for Terence Crawford. You understand what I'm trying to say? He doesn't give a damn about the damn fight. What about if Canelo Alvarez break his hand? What about if he get cut? He would rather have Canelo Alvarez fight and then keep an ice out. Put him on ice. Terence Crawford. But then put him on ice and doing what? Bulking up to 186 pounds. And then people now talking about all the suspicions of when he's going to be enhanced. How many months he got? 8? Okay, 8. That means he hasn't been back in the ring since what? Since the match him off, since August. So he's going to have a whole year, 13 months to juice. I mean, that's the suspicious. I'm not saying that he's doing that, but that's the suspicious. And Bud Crawford got to understand that because he's the one that's actually in business and with Victor Conte. That's on you. I mean, there's so many people around the world, so many people in the country that could help you out, that could be a strength and conditioning coach that knows the signs, but you go with the dirtiest play in the history of sports. So I don't give a damn. Anybody can be like, nah, you a hater. No, I'm not a hater. I'm not stupid. That's what it is. I'm not stupid. Don't tell me I can't have my suspicions of Victor Conte. Then you're dumb. Because even Victor Conte in an interview years ago, he was asked, is it fair for people to have suspicions of you? And he said absolutely, because he understands who he is. He understands who he is, who he was, and that cloud is gonna be over Victor Conte to the day that he dies. It is what it is. He's been doing this for 30, 40 years. He's the one that gave Shane Mosley the cream, the undetected cream, and Shane Mosley could have killed somebody in the ring. And he's banned from every sport. But Terence Crawford is okay for him to come to this sport, right? But you're gonna get hey, I don't give a damn even if it's 1%, there's gonna be suspicious of Terence Crawford leading up to the Canelo Alvarez fight, and I don't want to hear it. And him not tuning up, meaning he's not going to be tested. There's no information about him being tested for a year. And now he's spoken up on 80s. All right, okay. Some people may be like, you're making excuses already. I don't give a damn. I don't care about this fight, to be honest. I think it's a mismatch. I think it's basura. I think it's trash. And the worst thing about it is that you got pundits out here that's not gonna keep it real, because these pundits is trying to get their media credentials for the Rehab season, for the Devin Haney and the Ryan Garcia fight, and all that, for the Canelo Alvarez fight. Who doesn't want to have those media credentials? Who doesn't want to have a seat on the table in these events? That's already the reason why these people ain't gonna ask the real question or the follow-up question. They're not gonna hold them accountable. They're gonna hold them accountable. The pundits, these fighters that's affiliated, that knows Bud Crawford, they're not going to keep it real when the camera is on. But I'm going to tell you like this. I know several people, and I ain't even going to mention their name, that I've heard them when the camera is on, and I've spoken to them behind the scenes, and they think that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Bud Crawford so bad. They think it's the dumbest fight. They know that it's a cash-out fight as well. So most of them are just applauding Bud Crawford to get that money. And that's what Bud Crawford is going to do. He's going to save himself to get that money, because he's not doing anything to prepare himself to win. Not to beat Canelo Alvarez. But there's great things happening in the sport of boxing, even with Turkey Al Sheikh, February 22nd. And there's going to be a fight out there that's really going to expose this situation between Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. And I think that is the Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. Like I said in the beginning, a lot of people do feel that Madrimov did a great account of himself versus Bud Crawford. And there's people out there that feel like he won the fight as well, or it was a draw. Virgil Ortiz is going to be fighting Madrimov. And we all know that Virgil Ortiz was been in position to face Terence Crawford since the 147-pound, even before the Sean Porter fight. The Sean Porter fight that he had with Terence Crawford, Virgil Ortiz was in place through the WBO and never got his opportunity. But if Virgil Ortiz outperforms Terence Crawford versus Madrimov, then people are going to be calling for the Virgil Ortiz versus Terence Crawford. I got Virgil Ortiz beating Madrimov, and I don't think it's going to be as easy, but I do think that Virgil Ortiz is gonna hurt Madrimov and probably stop Madrimov. I do believe so. And I think that was a great fight by him, by Virgil Ortiz versus Bowichuk, to really introduce him to the 154-pound division, because he was just wrecking people in the first round. I think that's going to help Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz got a killer instinct. Virgil Ortiz got power. Virgil Ortiz got quick, got a great stiff jab. His defense is satisfactory. It's not all that. It's not no type of Mayweather and stuff like that. It's okay. It could get better. But he's highly offensive fighter. He loads up a lot on his punches. Got one of the best left hooks in the game. I do think that he beats Madrimov. And he knows Madrimov. They sparred. I think Virgil Ortiz did explain in one of the recent interviews leading up to the fight that he have sparred Madrimov, I believe, 4 times. So he's comfortable. He know what to expect, and Madrimov know what to expect as well. So that's why I think it's going to be a tough fight because they know each other. But if Virgil Ortiz does outperform Terence Crawford, then Terence Crawford is going to look like not washed, but not pound for pound, not that pound for pound fighter that he was at 147. Again, he moved up to 154, and that's why I don't understand why Turkey Al Sheikh, with all the money that he got, he should put all his efforts to get the Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez, but he wants the little fantasy fight because he's a fan of Bud Crawford. He's not doing it because it's for the sport of boxing. He's not doing it because it's the best fighting the best. He's doing it for his own entertainment purposes, and he's a guy with the money. But I believe that Virgil Ortiz is going to beat Madrimov, and then he's going to send a statement. And he's going to really, again, because I think that Canelo Alvarez humbled this matchup with Terence Crawford when he beat Jermell Charlo in the manner that he beat Jermell Charlo. And when Jermell Charlo was a power hitter, heavy hitter, in 154-pound division, was the undisputed, clean his division. And he said that Canelo Alvarez didn't feel my power. Well, Canelo Alvarez got the best chin in the history in the sport of boxing. What is a guy smaller than Jermell Charlo going to do to Canelo Alvarez? Unless he's going to be in hands. Oh, yes, sir. Because Triple G couldn't hurt Canelo Alvarez. Kovalev couldn't hurt Canelo Alvarez. Kovalev killed the man in the ring. Who else? Plant could have hurt Canelo Alvarez. Daniel Jacobs could have hurt Canelo Alvarez. Nobody could have hurt Canelo Alvarez. But like what, 13 years ago, Miguel Cotto's brother, when he was 18, 19 years old? Oh, Terence Crawford going to come out of nowhere at the age of 38 and hurt Canelo Alvarez. And yeah, right. And he couldn't even hurt Madrimov. Stop it. I'll be that steroids. Yep. Injected both buttocks with the best undetected PEDs a man could ever create. But anyway, again, I do think this fight is basura. And I'm going to keep on trashing it as long as I can. But go get your money. Can't knock the hustle. But also, there's a great fight, Beterbiev-Bivol. I got Beterbiev winning that fight, in my opinion. But I do think it's going to be it's going to be close as well. I like the fight with Shakur Stevenson versus Kid Austin. I mean, Shakur Stevenson is a massive favorite, the 3-division world champion, super featherweight undisputed. He got the WBC strap. Kid Austin, one of the phenoms, great feet, great legs in terms of, great movement, switch from orthodox to southpaw, great effective pressure, still young, still haven't got his mass strength yet. But he does got power, does got pop, does got speed. One of the hardest worker in the sport of boxing. Doesn't have the experience, but we've seen it before where people say, well, you don't have the experience and you still win. Put it this way. Just like they did with Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko. Oh, Vasily Lomachenko got way more experience. He got the amateur. Look what Teofimo Lopez did to him. Not only beat him, but outboxed him. Froze him for the first half of the fight. So we don't know what to expect, man. You are just as good as your preparation, right? People say you're just as good as your last fight. I think that you're just as good as your preparation. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be a good fight. You seen Clarissa Shields hating on Amanda Serrano once again? You know what I'm saying? After her win, Amanda Serrano says, congratulations. And Clarissa Shields tweeted back at her that's dry. What's good with Antonio Tarver with a wig? What's good with Clarissa Shields, man? What do you want from Amanda Serrano to write you a damn love letter? Huh? Clarissa Shields, man. She got, man, great skills, man, but an ugly character. That's why a lot of people don't like her. Clarissa Shields, a.k.a. Antonio Tarver with a wig. Esa tica fea, que fea. Oh, she not nice. But did you hear, folks, about the Edgar Berlanga situation? Edgar Berlanga, who his last fight fought Canelo Alvarez and lost a respectable fight. He lost a respectable fight, y'all. I don't think a lot of people was expecting a lot from Edgar Berlanga. A lot of people were saying that Edgar Berlanga was not even going to pass the fifth round. And maybe this is the reason why a lot of people feel like, you know what, damn, Canelo Alvarez is declining. Maybe this is the reason why the fantasy for people is actually a reality, that Terence Crawford could fight Canelo Alvarez. Maybe it's due to Canelo Alvarez's last performance versus guys that people don't feel like he should go a whole 12. And it opens the doors for this damn fantasy. And maybe that's what it is. But damn, that should have been humble by Terence Crawford fight with Madrimov. I should have been humbled by the Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. And then Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. Virgil Ortiz is going to humble the thoughts as well. Like, nah, Bud Crawford, you good at 154. There's some legacy fights out here. You might be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but compared to the greats, compared to the Floyd Mayweathers, compared to the Sugar Ray Leonard, compared to the Roberto Duran and stuff like that, man, please, your resume sucks compared to them. Your resume, I ain't talking about the accomplishment. I'm talking about the resume. The resume is, compared to them, man, it sucks compared to them. Great for us, but not all that. Like, there's other fighters in the present time that has more significant wins, better wins. In my opinion, Alexander Usyk got better wins than Bud. Even Tio got better win than Bud. Beating Vasily Lomachenko in his prime, than beating the undefeated Josh Taylor in his prime. Those are better wins than any Bud Crawford fights. The Earl Spence's won, but what about the other ones? Jose Benavidez Jr., Jeff Horn, Over the hill Sean Porter, who said he had 1 foot in, 1 foot out and didn't train. Who else? Amir Khan, Kell Brook, that didn't return to the 147-pound division after 3 years and after getting his orbital bone broken by Triple G, then followed up by Earl the True Spence. Felix Diaz, Victor Postol, Delorme. Like, really, folks, come on. Come on. But there's some great fights. But yeah, man, Clarissa Shields be hating like crazy, man. But I think, like, look, I do believe that Bud Crawford is gonna give a good four rounds to Canelo Alvarez. I could see like the first 4 rounds it could be 2-2. Oh shit, Bud Crawford won 1 round, 2 rounds, and then I think that if Bud Crawford commits in a way that a lot of people feel like Jim Charlo didn't commit, because people keep on saying that Bud Crawford's gonna do what Charlo didn't do. He ain't gonna fight like Charlo. He ain't gonna fight. All right, so how's he gonna fight? How's he gonna fight? He better go knock on Jamal Charlo's door and be like, "Hey, yo, man, can I borrow your track shoes for a second?" Shit. Let's be real. Let's be honest, folks. Let's be real. Let's be honest. You ain't. It's one thing, and I said this before during the live and videos. It's just one thing. You're not going to insult my intelligence. I don't like when people trying to insult my intelligence, and y'all coming with all these analysis and assessment of how Bud Crawford is going to do and what has he done. Well, y'all act like, come on, man, stop it. He ain't going to do crap to Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez is going to look bad. Canelo, and not in the fight, but Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez is looking bad. It's not great for his legacy. It's not great for the people, the way that the Mexican people are seeing you. Shout out to David Benavidez. He did, I believe, 150, 160K pay-per-view buys. Shout out to David Benavidez versus David Morrell. A lot of people didn't know who David Morrell is. With the piracy and the pay-per-view, it was still a good event. Everybody been talking about David Benavidez. And you seen the Canelo Alvarez deal, right? He's no longer going to be fighting in Cinco de Mayo, because he's going to be fighting he's going to fight Cinco de Mayo and Williams Skull, but not here, not for the Mexican people. He's going to go out there in Rija season. So that was the end. The fight with Jaime Munguia was the last Cinco de Mayo in the States because his contract says that he's going to fight in Rehab season, then come back to America and fight Bud Crawford, and then go out there in February and fight in Rehab season, then fight in September and October in Rehab season. So Canelo Alvarez is no longer going to be performing in Cinco de Mayo in the States. Sold his legacy to Turkey. Some people said sold his soul to Turkey. That's why I believe that David Benavidez is going to be the face of Mexican boxing, because easily he could take those dates. Easily he could take those dates. Matter of fact, I would have got back in the ring right now. Pick whatever opponent. Pick an opponent like Edgar Berlanga's opponent. And fight on Madison and fight at MGM Grand or something like that. Fountain Blue, something like that. You know, Mandalay Bay, T-Mobile Arena. I think it'll pack the place. But, you know, there's gonna be a constant conversation about this fight because, of course, that fight is not gonna take place till September. But I'm gonna tell you like this again: the Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. A lot of people are gonna be, you know, downplaying this Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford more than they're gonna downplay him more, right? Because of the performance, right? Hey, if Madrimov wins, people are gonna be calling for the rematch, right? Then damn, Madrimov was official. If Canelo Alvarez looks trashy versus William Score, which I don't, William Score look like he ain't look all. He's not all that, bro. So Canelo Alvarez should have a field day, but probably he's not gonna have no adrenaline too. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think about this situation. Do you believe that Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is trash? Do you feel like they shoving that to your face, shoving that, and trying to come with a bunch of assessment to make it seem? Look, they even said that Madrimov got more skills. Didn't Paulie Malignaggi or Teddy Atlas said, "Yo, Madrimov got more skills than Canelo Alvarez." They desperately trying to sell this fight. But I ain't no dummy. Let me know what y'all think, man. Please subscribe and follow the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the platforms. Follow us on Punch Run Boxing YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Punch Run Boxing. Follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, Mr. Moonshine 10, Punch Run Boxing. And yeah, man, get ready for another episode, man, this week. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.